put him on Mount Rushmore. This is going to make everything better. While you're doing that, on the same day, I want to remind you that Donald Trump pardoned January 6th criminals, including this man.
Year-old man from Maryville is set to spend the rest of his life in prison. His crime, plotting to kill FBI agents.
Here's Congressman Andy Ogles, who never misses an opportunity to suck Donald Trump's dick. There is no measure by which Donald Trump is a remarkable president. He is not. I know that there's like the poll of historians of like who's the worst president. I don't put a lot of stock into that. I don't care. If we're just looking by the numbers, he's like an average or below average president. He's been nowhere near the best economy in the history of our country. None of these claims that he makes about how great he is are true. But now we have Secretary Burgum receiving a letter from Andy Ogles saying, "We urge your consideration of a proposal that reflects the enduring legacy of a consequential American president, given the scale and scope of recent achievements under Donald Trump, including the enactment of the historic Big Beautiful Bill to secure our border, rebuild our military, and slash government bloat to reinvigorate our it's hard to say that without laughing. It's appropriate to explore the addition of his likeness to Mount Rushmore." That's what we did. We gave a tax cut to billionaires, and already Andy Ogles is out there like, put him on Mount Rushmore. This is going to make everything better. While you're doing that, on the same day, I want to remind you that Donald Trump pardoned January 6th criminals, including this man.
Year-old man from Maryville is set to spend the rest of his life in prison. His crime, plotting to kill FBI agents.
A judge handed down that sentence today for Edward Kelly, who first made headlines for storming the Capitol on January 6th. 10 News anchor Brittany Bailey has been following this case and spoke with Edward Kelly several times leading up to today in court. Brittany?
Well, John and Robin, we also did hear from Edward Kelly today in court, but he wanted to focus more on the past rather than today's sentence. He urged the judge to reconsider his earlier ruling that this FBI kill list case would not be covered by the president's pardon. Now, what Kelly did not do was address any of the victims from his list who were in court today or express any remorse. And that was a theme we heard from prosecutors throughout this case. They say Edward Kelly felt he was acting as a patriot in preparing for civil war. So he targeted the law enforcement officers who were investigating him for his actions on January 6th. He created a kill list of more than 30 names, making plans to murder them at work, their homes, and public places. He made plans to attack the FBI Knoxville field office with IEDs, conducted training exercises with his co-conspirators, and made sure he had access to an arsenal of weapons. And during their investigation, they also found child pornography on his computer.
Oh, what? Wait, he must be trans, right? That must be it. Not another Christian nationalist white dude.
Throughout all of this, prosecutors have maintained that Kelly has shown no remorse, as we said, and they cited some of the conversations he had with me from jail. And today in court, Kelly also referenced our conversations, saying he was talking about January 6th, not this case, when he defended his actions. And he also told me prior to today, he does plan to appeal, and he asked to be released from jail pending that appeal, but a judge denied that request today.
And Brittany, explain the range of people you saw in that federal courtroom today for the sentencing.
Well, John, 13 of the people who were on that kill list were in court today. 3 of them gave victim impact statements. 2 had them read on their behalf. They all described living in fear after learning they were on that list. Some buying expensive security systems, others moving out of their homes, but all say this has forever changed their lives. John and Robin.
All right.
We support the police. We support law enforcement. Just another Republican pedophile. How many more Republican pedophiles do we need before you guys realize you're not the party that protects children? If we just Google man charged with abusing children, you just go to images. None of that doesn't look like a ton of immigrants, does it? There we go. Asheville man, not an immigrant. Oh, American citizens. We have We have an abusing children problem here in America, and it's mostly men, isn't it? It's almost exclusively men. If we get rid of man. We have a real problem with abusing children in this country, and we're blaming it all on immigrants. We don't address real concerns in America. I think that's my main problem. We scapegoat things in America. We have a problem with fentanyl. Do we address the fact that we have a fentanyl crisis because people in America are drug addicts because of our pharmaceutical companies and because they work hand in hand with the insurance companies to get people hooked on drugs so that they can continue their profits? No, we don't address that. We don't collectively bargain. We don't remove the profit motive. We don't do any of that. We just blame immigrants every single time.